Alright guys, welcome back. Let's look on writing equations. This is one of the most challenging portions for most kids for algebra. You're looking at turning words into math. So let's look at this problem right here with Pierre buying a puppy. So Pierre buys a puppy for $48. You want to write down $48 on your own paper. And this is, okay, you want to highlight is. We're going to highlight is. $21, circle numbers, and underline key phrases. So we're circling numbers, we're highlighting words like is, and we're going to underline key phrases. Okay, so let's look at some of these. Pierre bought a puppy for $48. This is 21 less than, this is a key phrase, the original price. What was the original price of the puppy? And I want to bracket my question. What was the original price of the puppy? All right, now let's look at turning some of this into math speak. Pierre bought a puppy for $48. Okay, I'm going to write down 48 on my paper. This is, is always what? Well, is an equal sign. This is 21 less than the original price. Well, less than is usually minus, but let's think about this. Is this the same as 21 minus p or p minus 21? We're going to let my original price be p. Well, if it's 21 less than the original price, then I'm starting with my original price and taking 21 away. So it's p minus 21. This is the same as 21 less than p. So Pierre bought a puppy for $48. This is 21 less than the original price. So 48 is 21 less than the original price. What was the original price of my puppy? Well, I'm calling my original price P. So now I can solve this equation. I have 48 equals P minus 21. How do I solve this? Well, hopefully you recognize you need to add 21 to both sides, and that my P equals 69. Okay, let's do another one of these. All right, looking at this problem, a tent weighs 6 pounds. Oh, let's write that down. Circle our key numbers. So a tent weighs 6 pounds. Together, your backpack and the tent. Oh, together is a key phrase. Together, your backpack and the tent weigh 33 pounds. How much does your backpack weigh? Remember to bracket your question, circle our numbers, and underline your key words. All right, so a tent weighs 6 pounds. Now we need to assign variables. I'm going to call my tent my T, and my backpack I have two. My backpack I'm going to let be B. Okay. So now we're going to write these on the sides of our paper. Okay, so on your paper you need to write what I have. A tent weighs 6 pounds. So a tent weighs 6 pounds. This is the same as saying that my tent equals my 6. So weighs is just like is. A tent is 6 pounds. So T equals 6. And together my backpack and the tent weigh 33. When you see together, this is an addition problem. So together my backpack, my B, and the tent, that's an addition. When I have together and, that's addition. My backpack and my tent weigh 33. Weigh is the same as equals. And I want to know how much does my backpack weigh. So I'm looking for my B. So let's look at this now. if t equals 6, then wherever I have t, I could plug my 6 in. So I'm going to get b plus 6 equals 33. Now, how do I get b by itself? Well, I have to subtract 6 from both sides. And I get b plus 0 equals 27, or my backpack equals 27. Make sure to give me units. I'm talking pounds. Now let's check this. Let's come back up here to this equation. If I have my backpack equals 27 pounds, I can plug in for my b, and I can plug 6 in for my t. So is it true that 27 plus 6 equals 33? Yes, it is. So this equation works. All right, let's do another one. I want you to do this one on your own. Go back and rewind the video and see how to do this, and we'll check and move on. Hopefully you had d equals 52 pounds and you had your equation set up. I'm going to check this tomorrow. If you struggled on this one, then we need to go way back tomorrow, and I need to know this. Hopefully you got d equals 52 pounds. Again, if you haven't done so, write this problem down, go back to the beginning of the video, and do what I did and see if you can figure out how to get your equation and how to get d equals 52. All right, I'm going to move on, and we're going to go into writing a more advanced equation. All right, let's look at this problem together. A moving van rents for $29.95 a day plus 12 cents a mile. Mrs. Smith's bill for a 2-day rental was $70.46. How many miles did she drive? Oh, that's a lot of words. Let's look at what was the goal of this problem. What is it asking? Let's always remember that we're going to bracket what it's asking. So let's go back through. A moving van rents for $29.95 a day plus $12 a mile. All right, that's a fact. It's not asking me a question. Mrs. Smith's bill for a day rental was $70.46. Still a fact, not a question. How many miles did she drive? Ah, here we go. So what is it asking me? It's asking me to find how many miles did she drive. The goal is to find the distance or miles that Mrs. Smith drove. Okay, how long did Mrs. Smith rent the van? Let's go back through and reread our equation. Well, a moving van rents for $29.95 a day plus 12 cents a mile. Mrs. Smith's bill for a 2-day rental was $70.46. How long did Mrs. Smith rent the van for? Hopefully you noticed that it said 2 days right up here. Okay, what does the van cost without mileage? So I'm looking for cost. Okay, the moving van rents for $29.95 a day plus 12 cents a mile. I have other numbers here. I have $29.95. I have 12 cents a mile. I'm underlining plus, that's a key word. And I have $70.46. Which one of these represents the cost without mileage? It's the $29.95 a day. Good. What is the mileage charge? That's going to be how much it costs me per mile. So you're looking for something per mile. What's that number? Good. It's 12 cents a mile. Don't forget your decimal here. This guy right here. That's my mileage charge because it has my miles in it. It's per mile. It's a cost per mile. Whenever you're looking at charge, you're looking at cost. Okay. All right, let's see if we can put some of this together. We're going to look at writing an equation. In order to write an equation, I have to take these words and I have to put them into letters and numbers. Okay, so I have 2 days. So that's going to be represented by 2. I have was. What symbol represents was? Good, equals. I have a number. 7046. Now 2 what's equal 7046? Well, it was a 2-day rental. So if I have 2 days, I need to multiply the price per day, right? All right, let's come up here and let's look up here. moving van rents for $29.95 a day. That's like per day. So that means I'm going to multiply the number of days times $29.95 plus, what sign is that? That's addition. 12 cents, that's a decimal, per mile. So per is multiplication again, per mile. Okay, so a moving van rents for $29.95 a day plus 12 cents a mile. Now, I know that the total cost is going to be the amount that I spent per day plus the amount of miles I spent. So let's look down here. I had $29.95 for my total cost times the number of days. How many days did she rent? Well, I have a 2-day rental, so I rented for 2 days. So I'm going to multiply 2 times the cost up here for my daily rental. And then I have a mileage charge that I have to add on, plus 12 cents times M. Okay, and I want to know the distance in miles that Mrs. S drove. We're going to let that be a variable M. I have that in my equation right here. So now I have to solve for it. Well, in order to solve this equation, I have $29.95 times 2 plus 0.12 times M, and that equals 70.46. Okay, I want to get M by itself. If I think about my constants, this is a constant, and this is a circle because it has my variable, and this doesn't have a variable, so this is a box again. So I need to solve what's inside my boxes and get all my boxes on one side. All right, what is 2 times $29.95? Well, that is going to end up being 59.9. And I'm still adding this 0.12 M equals 70.46. Again, I'm going to highlight my boxes. This is a box, and this is a box, and this is my circle. Now remember to put your signs in, so this is positive, and this is positive. So I want to get this 59.9 away from the side with my circle. How do I do that? I need to subtract 59.99 or 59.90 from both sides. And what is that going to give me? All right, hopefully you subtracted 59.9 from both sides, and you're left with 0.12 M equals 1056. Notice that this is multiplication, 0.12 times M. So to undo this, I have to divide by 0.12. This is a 0.12. And over here, I have to divide by 0.12. So I have M is equal to 88. All right. You have now said how many miles did she drive? Well, she drove 88 miles. Okay, let's do a couple of others. I would like you, I'm going to take some pictures of a couple of problems, and I would like you to do those problems on your own paper. I do have the answers here so you can check your answers, but I want to see your work. For these problems, I would like you to write an equation and solve. The answers are here so you can check your work, but I want to see your equation and I want to see your work. These are your 2 problems for tonight.